All right, we are here with a championship transformation with a client that finished her 6 weeks with us, her first 6 weeks with us. And I'm going to introduce her and let her tell her story. What is your name?
Hi, Joe. My name is Sheila Operario, and yeah, I just finished my 6 week challenge last week. Oh, wait, was it last week or? Yeah, I think so. Yes, yes.
Okay. A few weeks ago, you just
Because I
finished.
jumped on another challenge, so they're slightly overlapping. Yeah,
Love it,
because
love
now
it.
I'm on the detox challenge. Yeah.
You're awesome. Doing one challenge to the other, you're a keener. That's which is awesome, and we love that enthusiasm. Sheila, how old are you, by the way?
I am 51 years old.
51. And what do you do for work?
Currently, I am a customer service
Okay.
agent with a company that distributes furniture.
Okay, cool. So sitting most of the time.
Sitting, yes, but I try to be mobile at work, so I tend to go to the printer a lot. I work in a building where the office is upstairs and the warehouse is downstairs. So I try to clock in some steps
Good.
throughout the day. So yeah, I try to make myself as mobile as possible because yes, it is a sitting job if you choose it to be.
Love that. I love that. I love that intention with your day. So let's go before you joined the challenge with us. Kind of talk us through like what your health and what your fitness was like before you took the plunge.
So I was born a sickly child. And so I've always had breathing issues, skin issues, allergies, all of that. So I originally came from the Philippines, and then we moved here to Canada when I was 21. And before, when I was young, I said to myself, if ever I got to the point where I gained some health, I would definitely work on it, try to maintain it. And then when we moved to Canada, I can't even explain that first whiff of clean air I felt from that first day when we moved here, and it was dead winter. It's like minus 15. I said, "Oh my God!" I slowly I felt my body healing,
Mhm.
and so my pursuit of wellness started then. It wasn't perfect, but as I got healthier, I got into more things. But it wasn't really into fitness. I just like dancing. Uh,
Awesome.
I dabbled in dancing. I was a Zen instructor a few years back, but I quit that because I just didn't have the time for it.
What's a Zen instructor?
Zumba
Zumba,
dance.
Zumba. Okay, Zumba
Yes,
instructor.
because
Got it.
I love to dance. And um, before I was a pedestrian for 20 years in Canada. So I didn't start driving until 7 years ago, as a matter of fact. So I clocked in a lot of steps. So to sum it up, I was following a relatively clean lifestyle,
Hmm.
and I was fairly mobile. And then I started driving. So when I
Hmm.
started driving, that's when, sorry, I'm moving too far ahead.
It's
But
okay.
my foray into fitness didn't start until 2018 when um, one of my friends who is a coach, a gym coach, asked me to join the Spartan race in 2018. So I went into a Spartan race with a group of people who are completely untrained except for the coach, and I couldn't walk for 2 weeks, but I said to myself, "Oh my God!" I was 44 years old at the time. I can actually do this, and I did. I don't have an athletic bone in my body, but I finished the Spartan race, and I said to myself, "Wow, this feels amazing." And then I decided to join a CrossFit gym in 2020, and I love that. I love that. I love the strength that it gave me. I realized my body was agile enough, considering I'm already in my 40s.
Hmm.
But then the pandemic came. So the
Mm.
pandemic came, and everything was at a standstill. I was doing online classes, and I thought I could sustain that. So 5 years ago, I was never a day over 125 pounds. But then I gained 25 more pounds. So I hit my highest was at 151. That was the time that I joined your gym.
Mhm.
And funny enough, your ads showed up in Facebook along with a dozen of others, like boxing gyms and Muay Thai and all of that. And I didn't really pay attention until you said the magic word to me, which is Markham. And I said to myself, "You mean Markham, where I work, Markham?" And I'm like, "No way, this place is close to my work because I have a strict driving rule of I'm not going to go anywhere that's over 15 minutes to drive to."
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And so when I Googled your place, 10 minutes. And then, and
Yes.
then I Googled your place from my house, 10 minutes. I said, okay, this must be a sign. So
There you go.
well, that's the start. I signed up. I got set up with Mark, and
And the rest is history. I'm going to get to that in a second, Sheila. So a couple things I think is that really stands out, and I think is really inspirational for people to hear is that you started in your 40s. Although you've always been active, you started actually training heavily into strength training in your 40s, which is
instructor. Yeah,
probably one of the best things you could do for your health and fitness is putting on muscle, which
yes,
I want to highlight, which is very important.
right.
And so it's very interesting too. Like once you stop doing that, how quickly you gain the weight back, gain weight, gain like 25 pounds in the span of that time.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it didn't occur to me that because I think I was 40, I would say 45, 46. It didn't occur to me until this year that, oh my God, I am in my perimenopause stage. And most women, we don't really think about perimenopause. We just think, oh, we still have our cycle. And once it stops, then we hit menopause and everything's downhill from
Mm,
there, right? So I was going through a lot of changes in my body, mentally, physically, brain fog. The fatigue was real for
mm,
me
mm,
because I was doing CrossFit, and then all of a sudden, I I couldn't get myself out of bed.
mm,
Most days, I would just sleep and sleep, and I thought I was just depressed. It was the pandemic. Life was happening personally and professionally. And so I said, maybe these are things that are just common to me as a woman, and with the current state of affairs of the country and all around the world. And then it just, so I was researching and researching, and then those symptoms for perimenopause that I was going through, I ticked those boxes. So I said to myself, maybe I should do something about it.
got it. Okay, so it sounded like it's been like it was a gradual thing over the years where it slowly
Right,
got worse and worse.
right,
What I always find it's like it's either one of two things that get people to take action. A, you saw the ad, which is great, and you decided to
right.
take the plunge. But was it something that like was has always bothered you, or did something happen that said, I have to make a change in my life?
Um, to be honest, weight was never an issue for me because, like I said, the first 4 decades of my life, up to my mid 40s, I had about I had a normal weight. I was within my normal weight range, and even when I gained like 5 pounds and 10 pounds, I didn't mind so much. It's the fatigue, it's
Mm,
brain fog, and it's the anxiety attacks, and I had them in waves.
mm,
And I there are days that I was going crazy. I started pulling away from my friends. I started isolating myself. I just didn't want to be around people. The
mhm.
fact that I went to your gym and I'm around people, I don't even go to the mall. That's how much that energy drain my energy is drained by being around people. So that's why going to your gym, although I'm surrounded by all different walks of life, it was I found it to be very humbling and very healing for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what sparked it for you? Like what made like given that you kind of isolated yourself and you're like, I'm gonna actually take that step out. What made you take take have the courage to step out?
Uh, to be honest with you, I don't know. I just said to myself I needed to do something. I can't go on like this if
Mhm.
there's nobody who's gonna save me.
Got it.
I have to take that first step, and I took the ad as a sign because I have agency over my life. I can't wait for other people to tell me
Hmm.
to work on myself, and so I just kept showing up,
Yeah.
basically. And it really helped that everybody at the gym was so welcoming and so supportive. I really felt like, even though there are 20 to 25 people at a time, I felt like I was being supported. The coaches are amazing. Through every session, there's always a coach that would at least, spend a few seconds or minutes with me, check my form, check what
Love
I'm
it.
doing.
Love
So
it.
that's
So,
great.
so you took the step. Like I want to go back to that. It's important that you kind of took that. Because that's usually I always make the joke that the heaviest weight in the gym is the front door. So I think
Yes,
I got to the point and you just like, what? I'm just gonna do it. So you took the
yes.
step. You came in, met with our coaches. You joined the challenge. You committed to it. Let's talk about post challenge now.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to ask you two types of questions. One, what were measurable results, and then what were some non-measurable results? Because I'm going to touch on the non-measurable because you touched on stuff like brain fog and fatigue. We'll get to that in a second, but let's
Right.
go quickly. Measurable results. What did you achieve in the 6 weeks with us?
So the measurable would be the weight loss. By the 6th week, I lost 11 pounds. My visceral fat levels were 2.9% less. Um, what else? Measurements.
Hmm.
I mean, they're not life changing, but they're significant. Possibly 67 inches all over my body.
Hmm.
Um,
It's pretty significant. I want to stop there, but 11 pounds, which is phenomenal in six
right.
weeks. So you averaged almost 2 pounds a week.
Yes.
Right? You lost 3% body fat, which is 0.5% every single week that you came down, which is amazing as well.
Right. And it's visceral fat,
And
which I love.
visceral fat as well, not just like not just the deep fat. You're talking about
Yes.
the outside fat, and
Yes.
in inches. That's where
Yes.
you start to notice the difference.
Yes.
That is
I
amazing.
noticed it in my clothes right away.
Good,
Right. Well,
good.
not right away, but after the challenge. Yes.
Absolutely. So those are measurable results. What were
Mhm.
some non-measurable results that you felt?
The energy. The energy. Although I struggle every time, every workout night, because I can't sleep the night after a workout. Like my brain is just, I'm thinking of everything. I wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm like, oh my god, what am I having for breakfast? What am I pulling out of the fridge? Yeah, so I was sleep deprived. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, right now I'm sleep deprived, but that's okay. But the non-measurable ones are, I lost my craving for sugar, and
Oh.
I'm a clean eater, but I love sweets. I
Yeah.
love chocolate. I love pastries. I love baked goods, but uh, yeah, I'm not craving for sugar as much, and just my mind is clearer, and
Mhm.
I'm not as forgetful of things, and I'm just I feel lighter. Like I'm
Mhm.
not. Yeah, I don't sense impending doom at every hour like before, because my headspace was sort of a negative,
Mhm.
given what's happening around the world today. But
Mhm.
yeah, and yeah, but the major was I lost my craving for sweets. Like even if I would have like a bite of chocolate, I find it too sweet now.
Yes. Love
Yeah,
that. Love that. So, a couple things, energy you touched on. I think that's an
it's
intangible
amazing. Yes,
that a lot of people miss when it comes. It's not always about the numbers. Sure, the numbers are great, the clothes fitting better. They're going to make you feel more confident, but I think the key is you got more energy. So that means your day to day, you're functioning at a higher level. You don't have
yes,
the same habits. You've broken bad habits of snacking on extra sweets. I think you talked even about like I saw in your update you talked about breathing better as well.
yes,
Tell me
yes.
a little bit about that.
Well, because most of my fat reserves were around my torso, so
Hmm.
my torso, like my thighs and all that. So uh, before the challenge, or before I gained the weight, I would have clothes that from my teenage years that I could still fit into, because I never really gained a lot of weight from my 20s up to my mid 40s. And so I had to buy new pairs of pants and everything. But and then after this challenge, I definitely felt it around the waist area. I'm breathing better because I feel like a reduction of
Yes.
mass around the torso. And to me, that was a big thing because I have a history of asthma. And so I noticed because when you go to the workouts and you're breathing excessively, it helps clear the lungs as well.
Yeah,
So I guess
absolutely.
that would be a non-measurable benefit as well. And I love it.
Love that. I forgot to mention one more that just came back to me. The positivity that's changed in your life. I think I think a lot of people underestimate like how important movement is
Hmm.
to help your headspace
Right.
given everything that's going on. So I want to highlight that too. Sheila, I got one last question for you. This is about like people that are afraid to take the plunge and take that step, kind of like where you are at. You're at home, you're kind of isolating because you're just not feeling good, feeling in a negative headspace. This is a two-part question. A, when you came in and you saw the challenge and you saw these ads for it, were you skeptical? And B, what would you say to somebody that is in your exact same position, maybe, has hidden away, kind of unmotivated, or maybe not so much unmotivated, but scared to step out and actually commit and make a change in their life?
I would say, it's okay to be skeptical of things. Just try it. Just try it because it would be a disservice to you if you don't, especially if you are serious about improving your health, whatever you're going through, whatever is happening to your life right now. I'm a real introvert. Like uh, but I went to the gym by myself, and if you don't want to talk to people, that's okay. You just go there, you smile. That's my thing. I just smile a lot. People say hi to me, I say hi right back to them. And what I like about the gym is you have to try it first. You have to go in there. What's the harm?
Hmm.
And you will find that when I walked into the gym and I saw all these different kinds of people, it's not like you've got just people who are ripped and shred and just in great shape. It's like a regular gathering, only people are there to work out. And
Yeah.
people can wear whatever they want, whatever is comfortable to them. I've seen somebody in like a yoga pants. I've seen someone in t-shirt and shorts, and it's a very welcoming, inclusive environment, and I think you'll be happy.
That's
You,
awesome.
you just need to go to that first workout.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Um, I love what you said. It's a disservice to yourself.
yeah,
So if you're serious about it, make that first step,
right.
um, which I think is a powerful message, Sheila. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I always tell people, I always end this thing with the true transformation. I mean, aside from the 11 pounds lost, the body fat gone, the energy, the true transformation is now from someone that, wasn't so focused on their health and fitness now who's actually made that commitment and is now bringing it back into your lifestyle like you have. So congratulations on that transformation, Sheila. And we're so happy to have you part of the Fight family.
Thanks, Joe. I'm happy that you guys are taking me in.
All right, take care.
Take care. Bye.